Greetings and welcome to my channel. This is Sorcerer Tal. You can also find me on Facebook in the Sorcerers Guild. Today we are going to be doing a bit of an altar update. Now, as you may recall, I was actually house sitting for the previous 6 months. I've been back a little while, but the altar servitor tanks I had allowed to remain shallow and dormant. And it was just 2 days ago that I refilled them. What's fascinating about that is they have immediately sprung back to life. I had actually allowed this tank to get down to pretty much nothing. It was like right about here. And the reason for that is that we finally rehomed Ronaldo. Now, for those of you that have not been following along, and I'm not sure if I've ever spoken his name before now, because I wasn't sure that would be safe, but who Ronaldo was a water spirit that I had to rescue from a haunting situation. It's actually on an episode of Hoarders. I'll leave a link to that here. But in that episode, I actually captured a small water spirit from a canal that had been twisted and was ravaging a home. It was actually terrifying the people inside. Well, if you watch the episode, you'll see. And I managed to catch the water spirit there. He didn't have a name at that time. During the rehoming process, he did become a little more advanced. And I've had him for a few years. In that time, he picked up a name and helped me with my Servitor Tanks. However, I finally found a spot to put him. I'm not going to say where, because I just don't feel that I should be making that public knowledge. But he has been released into a safe place. See all these little bugs here? We'll get to those in a minute. I'm just trying to get the camera to focus on them. Okay, so anyways, he's been rehomed, and so after that, I was able to restart my tanks. I actually do have connection with him still. He's actually connected to, communication would be the better word. There actually is communication to us still through the altar servitor, which he was connected to, what helped rehabilitate him into his current, a little bit stronger form. And so, but in order for him to be able to go as far into his new environment, I needed to let these tanks go ahead and dry out for a while. So I did that, but now we're back up. And I haven't seen any Daphnia. There are lots of snails. What's interesting is these little creatures I was trying to get it to focus on earlier. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, those little guys. I've seen them in the tanks before, but they're neither Daphnia nor Triops. I'm not sure exactly what they are. I'd like to get them for a closer view, but every time I try, we fuzz out there. See how that one almost has like a fin-type tail? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what these guys are, but they are all over the tank and came up as soon as the water came out. I'm sure there's probably Daphnia in there somewhere, as well as the Hydras, which are small predatory beings that are actually technically immortal, cannot die of old age. But speaking of immortality, I don't see any now, but they tend to hide in the dirt. The Polanier flatworms. Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce that first word, but there's a type of flatworm that I, in an earlier episode called the nematode. Those are not nematodes, they are flatworms. If they're still available in the tank down in the dirt, we're going to find out about that here, not today, but soon. I will begin doing a minion process with some of those. But in the meantime, I just wanted you guys to see the altar and how it's going. If you have not been following along with the altar servitor program and my servitor tanks, servitor minion tanks, I do have other videos on those that I will put that I will put in the comments, or not the comments. I will put in the little link thing above. Usually the one I'm usually pointing at. You can't see me right now though. Here's some more on my altar. There's Gordon, where he is now. There's my my Curious George doll. I've had him since it was literally placed in my hands the day I was born. Some more on my altar over there. Just give you a little quick flash of my altar room. Okay. So yeah, all the altar servitor tanks are up. They're all filled with water again. And and we may be getting more on that, but next week we will get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Thank you once again for joining me. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to do so now. Until next time, bright blessings and an interesting fate. This has been Sorcerer Tal.